This story has been shown in Colombia, where we know about the beklo industry. Basically, this industry is being run by the American government. This office has been built at the distance from the city. Mike, the employee of this company, is going to office as per daily routine. When he arrives at the office, he notices that nothing is as it should be. The majority of new guards were present. All local employees were being sent back. And all were under the tough security checking. Mike and all his companions come into the office and keep themselves busy as usual. All of the employees appeared to be happy and friendly with one another. But people are keeping an eye on others sitting in control room. Here a girl named Danny who comes on the first day in office. She is joined office at the same day. Here it is also revealed that trackers are adjusted in the heads of all employees of beklo office. The purpose of these trackers is to assure the security of this office, because this office is in Colombia. Colombia, where the circumstances were not stable. So that people may be protected from kidnapping. Mike is surprised seeing no local guard, neither the local employees. Thinking it, he calls his local guard and asks, "What is going on here? And why is there strict security?" Guard tells, "I don't know about anything." At the same time, mysterious voice is heard. It is told that 80 people are in this building. And you will all be killed within a few time. Listen me and follow my orders if you want to stay alive. And given tasks should be completed. First task is given as murder of any 2 of your fellow employees in next half hour. It means, in coming 2 hours, you will have to kill your partner employees. It is also instructed that you can kill your any employee, and if this task is not accomplished, you will have to face the hard consequences. Along it, the mysterious voice is inaudible. All are astonished, but take it as a prank and a fun, so focus on their work. Within a moment, their mobile signals are out of reach. Means they will not able to contact with anyone because of having no signals of their mobiles. Here a middle-aged woman tries to escape because of her fear. The building glasses are covered with metal sheets as she begins to run. And the entire structure has been completely sealed. All people are gone panic and frightened observing it. As Mike asks his worker to bring blowing torture machine and cut the metal plates after melting them. They try to cut, but it is ineffective. Because it is made of thick and strong layers. Its company's CEO, named Barry, says that it is government building, so there is no need to be panic. Metal sheets would have covered the glass by mistake. So don't worry. But Mike does not take this happening as a fun, but considers it a serious issue. Some office people move to the roof of office building and asks help from guard, gesticulating them. Looking at the guard, they ignore them. The given time of that mysterious voice was over now. And a girl on a roof receives a gunshot and she dies immediately. And 3 more employees in building also receive a bullet shot. It seems as they were shot blowing their heads. The reason of their death is this: mysterious voice had ordered to kill your 2 employees. Because they have not killed, so these innocent employees lose their lives. Everyone is horrified observing all. And they begin to run, hiding themselves where they find a place. The CEO of company Barry notices that no bullet has been shot outside, but the heads of these people are blown up inside. Understanding the situation, Mike knows that the fixed trackers in the people are actually mini bombs. This is the cause local people were sent to their house, because no trackers were fixed in their heads. Employees working in this building who came from the other city had the trackers, and the same trackers have been exploded. Observing it, Mike moves to washroom and tries to extract his tracker with a knife. Building had adjusted cameras in its surroundings and voice is played in the background. That forbids Mike, as leave your tracker, if you touch it, they will detonate it, exploding it like a bomb. And Mike will also lose his life. Hearing it, Mike stops. The mysterious voice is again echoed in building, saying if anyone tries to extract the tracker or remove the camera, the harmful results will be appeared. Now the second task is told to them by him. Next task includes the murder of 30 people in coming 2 hours. It means 30 persons should be killed here. We will kill 60 people if 30 persons are not murdered here. All people are now more frightened. Some begin to quarrel with one another. Some people are killed during this dispute. Now the groups are made in office. One group is of Mike, while other belongs to CEO Barry. Barry's group takes it better to kill 30 people, while Mike says murder is not solution, these people are innocent. Majority was favoring Mike because they did not want to kill anyone. The companions of Barry try to open armory, which is in building, because this armory consists number of weapons. Barry thinks they can secure themselves taking these weapons. Present local guard there tries to stop them. But Mike cools him down, saying that we cannot kill anyone. After that, they again move to Belko building's roof for help. Reaching at the roof, they set there a banner with written words, "We are being held hostage. We have been kidnapped, help us." At the same time, guards comes before them and starts firing. And mysterious voice is again echoed, saying you cannot set such banner. And they come back downstairs to office in disappointment and anger. Coming downstairs, Mike talks to his partners and gets the point, saying, "Our job was a one kind of trap in which a human experiment is being applied on us." Meanwhile, coming at the backside, CEO Barry hits something on the head of Mike, leaving him out of senses. After that, he takes the keys of armory from the local guard, killing him so that the weapons may be got from there. Opening the armory with keys, Barry's team divides the current weapon among them. It means that some people are now armed. On the point of a gun, all employees in the building are gathered in one corner. And in this time, Mike is now in consciousness, so in standing position in the mid of all these people. Here, Barry separates some people, saying that people having the children below than 18 years old will be aside, while others like old or having no children will be separated. We have no other solution. We have to kill 30 people because Barry was CEO of company who only knew the orders, either they may be given or taken. So he orders here and considers it right to follow, and he also orders here. At the first, Barry chooses his target, the aged people, while some people are seated in a row randomly. He begins to kill, and he shoots some people, putting them to death. On the other side, Danny, who was recently joined the office as a new employee, was hidden at a place in fear. No one was aware about her. Hearing the firing sound, she switches off the main light switch. As a result, there is darkness, and people run to and fro. Barry and his team starts firing excessively in darkness of room. Excessive firing is held. As a result, many people are killed. After a while, office's light is switched on, and that mysterious voice again says only 29 people are still killed, nor 30. You have only 2 minutes. We will kill your more 30 people if one person is not killed within 2 minutes, which was the part instruction. Barry tries to search out the people, but he cannot find them in given time due to the darkness. So the time is over. Mysterious voice announces that your time is over. Now the people's heads begin to burst one by one, and they are started to die, which is an irritating scene. Now the control room, the voice is shown. There were the written names of employees along at the switches. Because the names and switches were there, whose heads were detonating. Whose name button is pressed one by one, that employee was dead with the explosion of tracker. Only the 16 people were survived in the office. And mysterious voice announces its last task. A survivor will be that person who kills the majority of people. And he can lead his life happily. Now Barry and his friend Wendell are mostly involved in killing the people. And Wendell and Barry begin to kill more people. Even the persons who were against the killing will also begin to murder for their survival. And some office employees were extracting the mini bombs from the heads of dead persons. These mini bombs were not exploded completely, but those people were dead. They had planned to blast, collecting all mini bombs and leave the building. Mike's friend is going upstairs in search of Mike, and she notices Barry's friend on the way who is killing other persons. They quarrel, and she attacks on his head with an axe, killing him. Now Wendell is also dead because Barry and Wendell are involved much in killing. After that, she meets Mike showing bombs. Taking these bombs, Mike puts them in his pocket. Barry begins to fire on them coming there. During this firing, a bullet pierces Mike's friend. She is dead, getting wounds. That girl Danny, who had recently joined the office, thinks everything is over now. As she comes down from lift, Barry fires on her, putting her dead. Now Mike and Barry are only the two survivors in the office. At the death of his friend, Mike is aggressive, so attacks on Barry. Both make an argument, and Mike obtains a tap folder, which he uses to attack Barry's head. He continuously hit in aggression. At last Barry is also killed. After it, Mike mourns because Mike is only survivor in the office. The sole survivor of this game is only Mike. At the same time, all metal plates are removed, all windows are opened, and coming inside, two guards take Mike into another room. Mike is in worst condition, even he cannot walk properly. Mike is brought into that room where the whole experiment was being controlled. Aged scientist and other people were also present there. That aged scientist tells, that announced voice was mine. I am the part of international organization which experiments on human behavior. As how the people will react as the tough situation falls on them. And we were experimenting it for the same purpose. That scientist asks Mike, how are you feeling now? Mike asks, have you seen me while picking the mini bombs? Scientist is astonished because Mike had put those mini bombs in that office where all are seated. He has put all these bombs in control room. He immediately runs to control unit where written name of people were available. He switches on all switches except his own switch. And as the switches are on, there is a great explosion, leaving all scientists and guards wounded. Otherwise, he lifts the gun of guard and comes outside, killing all presented people there. He is still being followed by a camera as he exits the warehouse. When this camera is zoom out, we observe the many survivors like Mike. It shows us that this experiment was not only in Colombia, where Mike was survivor, but also these experiments were being held in many other places. And a scientist was leading each experiment. And Mike is looking at the sky regretfully where the movie ends.